Today we're gonna find out if Pondzilla, the 5,000-gallon aquarium at the aquarium house, is still pouring water into the basement or not. But I'm at the Reptarium and I have some work to do before we head over there. And the first thing I have to do before we leave is go through all the ball pythons, switch the males out, see what's potentially breeding, and get this thing going. It's the second week of breeding here downstairs. We've had a lot of breeding. It's early in the breeding season and we're super excited. Let's just go ahead, check males, and switch them around. It's just so amazing how beautiful some of these snakes are. Some new males are breeding this year. And it's cool to finally be putting them with females. You gotta remember, these males were raised up from babies, like this pastel Leo lesser clown. It's cool. I remember when it hatched out. I remember raising up and now it's finally breeding. It's awesome to see that life cycle. Now, this is a little bit of a breeding hack here. A new male that's never bred before, you can actually avert their hemipenes and kind of see how the hemipenes are. You can see right here, these hemipenes are what I would call immature hemipenes. When a male first starts breeding, a lot of times, just like this one here, the hemipenes are like really small and kind of just narrow. And then as they actually get in with females, they'll oftentimes kind of explode out. That's when you know a male's ready. So this male here, which is a ghost clown ball python, is probably not gonna breed anytime soon. It might take another month before he's actually going. But averting the hemipenes and checking for sperm plugs and actually the size of the hemipene often gives you a good idea of what a male is going to potentially do. This guy is just going through the motions right now. Hopefully in a month he'll actually start breeding. And this is a perfect example. This is actually a black pastel clown, probably about the same weight and the exact same age as that ghost clown, but I've already seen him hooking up, and the hemipenes will look very different on this guy as the other male, and you can see that there's actually even a little bit of what they call sperm plugs on the end. This guy's starting to breed. I'm excited about that. With any luck, the ghost clown won't be far behind. Super Lori Leopard is off to a good start. He's been breeding like crazy. I absolutely love this mutation right here. This is actually a banana Lori Cine ball python. I've actually added chocolate into it as well, and they get even crazier. It's gonna be some cool stuff, and guess what it's going in with? A black-headed female. That's another dark mutation that's in complete dominant. Oh, I just keep layering those dark colors into this thing. Every dark mutation into the Lori ball is cool, and then you mix it into banana. Tell you what, exciting. I have all my males all switched out and ready to go, and just one little accident. Let's check on the tadpoles. I mean, look how cool they are. Remember when we saw them just a few days ago? I swear to guys, they've gotten like twice the size, and they're starting to elongate a little bit, right? When they're actually first hatch and tadpoles are like round, and then they start to elongate, you can almost start to see that some legs are just starting to kind of protrude a little bit. It's amazing. You can even see little eyes in the front of them. Literally, it's crazy that within a couple days, tadpoles go from little tiny thing to this. I mean, they're only about 7 days from the time that they were actually laid as eggs. They hatch within like 2 or 3 days, and then here they are. Total metamorphosis is about 2 months or so. It is amazing. So far, we haven't really lost any. Hopefully that continues on, and I guess now I'm a frog breeder. Watch out, Justice Frogs. Before I get out of here and go check on that pond, which I'm absolutely anticipating like crazy, I'm just checking on a few things here at the Reptarium. Hey, Diddy, you just hanging out up here? Absolutely amazing. I've got to check on salt and peppers enclosure. Remember, we had some issues with just kind of the sediment coming out. I think it's kind of finally getting cleared up. Looking good. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, look at Salty just sitting on top of the waterfall. Like, yeah. No water, guys. The water is cleared up. We have a little bit of sediment. I'm going to go ahead and clean that off today. I think we're finally over the hump with this one. It's awesome to see that salt and peppers enclosure is completely done. A bunch of people had actually mentioned, like, how's Drogo doing? We haven't seen him in the vlog in a while, and he is doing absolutely incredible. Hi, bud. How you doing, baby boy? Look at how cute he is. I love you, Drogo. You're such a good boy. So I wanted to make sure everyone knew that he's doing really good. The idea is when we actually do the expansion, Drogo is going to probably stay here for private events. We're going to actually probably get 2 smaller sloths next door, probably like 6 to 8 months. You don't want to get 2 babies because they need to be with their parents for at least 6 to 8 months. But we'll get like a pair of sloths, but they'll be small ones that we can really work with and habituate. Drogo stays here, new sloths across the street. How freaking awesome is that? Such a cutie. Oh my gosh, that's the cutest thing ever. I did want to share some really exciting news. The other day, Jessica showed you that we had our blackheads over at BHB breeding. Well, take a look at this right here. Of course, this is Snap here. He's our male, and he was breeding our female here, which of course is Pop, and she is loaded with eggs. Look at that right there. Look at how many eggs she has right here. This is the very first time I've ever bred black-headed pythons. I bred Womas before years ago, but never bred blackheads, and look at that ovulation right there. That is absolutely amazing. She's just just starting to kind of go into shed as well, which is kind of like the pre-lay shed. So she's at the post end of ovulation about a week and a half ago, and now she's going into shed, which means she's going to lay eggs here in about maybe 35 or 40 days. Eggs take about 60 days to hatch. So about 3.5 months from now, we're going to potentially have some baby blackheads, the very first ones that I've ever produced. It's cool that they bred right here on display. But I tell you what, guys, my anxiety is at an all-time high about this aquarium house. So what do you say we get out of here and find out if the aquarium house is turned into an aquarium? Moment of truth, guys. I don't even want to go inside. To be honest with you, I don't know what's gonna happen. All right, so I don't hear any water down there. Doesn't mean anything. Could be a standing puddle of 6 inches. So let's go check it out. The lights are out, so I can't see. And there's no water down there. Oh my gosh. I think what definitely happened, you can see all the ground is now pretty much dried up. There's still a little bit of wet, but there's no water down here. Let me turn these pond lights on because we actually turned the bubblers on yesterday too. This looks so sick. I am so freaking pumped the fact that that pond didn't leak. I tell you what, that was a nightmare. But check this out. Ooh, look at how cool this looks, guys. Crystal clear. The bubblers are going. Again, I never saw this filled like this, and I've never seen fish in this pond ever. About a week from now, after it cycles just a little bit, we'll add some bacteria and stuff like that, get the temperature, because it's definitely cold, because obviously 5,000 gallons of water, you're gonna have cold water, right? So this has to warm up a little bit. It'll probably take about a week. We'll get a little starter fish, maybe 10 fish in here, let them swim around, and then we'll get 10 more maybe in about a week, because we only have about 20 fish. When it comes to koi, you want about 1 fish per 250 gallons. We have 5,000 gallons, which means we have about 20, maybe 25 fish if you really want to push it. Holy cow, guys. Look at how freaking cool that looks. That is freaking so dope. While we're here at the aquarium house, I might as well go ahead and bust out what we need to get done here before we're ready to go. By the way, I'll put a link in the description. Again, if you guys are interested in staying at their house, you can get on a waiting list. And as soon as we actually have it available, which hopefully will be about 2 weeks from now, we'll actually email you. And if you want to book it, you can actually stay here. So as far as down here, pretty much just cleaning up. I do have to put something here. And what I'm thinking about doing is having a mirror of like koi fish right here to block this off, just so that the filtration is in here. I do have to put a door here, again, just so that the filtration is kind of set. Again, we'll just clean up down here. We have to do some decorations on the walls, but then the basement is basically done now that the pond is done and the filters are going. This is freaking awesome. When it comes to these rooms here, again, the fish, we have some starfish. Look at them, look at them, check them out. Oh my gosh. They hide a lot, so when you see them out, it's freaking cool. But again, we're gonna be able to get about 50, 60 fish in here, African cichlids. The fish that we put in here are doing really good. You can see a little cloud still happening. That little cloud is actually just that bacteria plume. Look at this, is one of the cichlids right here. He's like going into his little cave. Whoop, there he goes. About a week from now, we'll get fish in there. We have, again, some decorations to do here. Really, this room is all set. Got the pondless waterfall, the projector, everything else. Just decorations in here, cleaning some stuff up. Oh, I wanted to show you. By the way, check this out. This is pretty cool. We're gonna actually have this over here as like a mantle, and then above it, we're gonna actually have like maybe a fish or a shark that's gonna be like the same type of material that's built in, but it'll have a blue backlight on it. There's actually electricity right here, so you'll have this blue glow. Basically look really, really cool. So this room is pretty much gonna be done other than decoration. But I did want to show you something that got fixed yesterday, that it was really another kind of big project that I was excited about. And that is the hot tub. The hot tub is now going. It is, oh, it is warmed up too. Ooh, it feels good. Yesterday it was cold because we just had filled it up. So it feels good today. No water on the ground. That's good. So this room is all done. Just letting that heat up, and then everyone can come here and do a little hot tub. The sauna is working, so that is all set. We do have to just finish the game room. You guys ever heard of an infinity table? An infinity table is like this kind of like touch screen that, you know, is probably about this big. So we'll have a table here, touch screen right here, and you can play like 40 or 50 board games on it, but it's actually like computer. It's like a touch screen, really cool. So we're gonna have a table here, board game here. Move this over a little bit. We'll have the arcade here, and then again, just a couple more decorations, and this room is done. This was definitely a bone of contention as soon as we bought the place, because guess what? You go into the bathroom, hi, how are you? So obviously this was weird. I guess Steve actually had some kind of art thing here. I don't know. It was really weird. You got to remember, he was living here alone. So we're going to use the same frosted glass here, and it'll actually go here, and then gels on the inside. That happens next week. And then basically this whole area is done here. And then we have all of this stuff here, which, by the way, take a look at this. This is cool. Look at how freaking awesome it is. This is actually going to go all the way over here. This wall right here. You have all this cool kind of artwork. It has to be hung all over the house. And look at how all this stuff is just cool. You know, you can just put it on places. It's going to be really amazing. I mean, look at all this blue stuff here. This here, again, to hang on the wall, wherever we decide to go, just to kind of bring it together. We are gonna take this, which is actually, check this out. This is actually a fireplace, and when you turn it on, you can actually turn it to blue, and even have blue backlight. This is actually gonna get hung in the master bedroom. That way you can have a little ambiance with some flames. Really cool, I can't wait for this. So that has to get hung. I think that's basically about it, guys. So we are so close in the aquarium house. It's gonna look so crazy to walk into this area and just have fish. It's almost like they're floating in air. So the aquarium house is literally that close to being done, guys. So if you're interested in staying here at any point, whether you want to come to the Reptarium or just hang out in a crazy house, again, link in the description to the mailing list you can sign up for. Tell you what a relief that the aquarium house is doing well. But back here at the Reptarium, I wanted to give you a little update on Freya. Now Freya is finally at the point where she's staying full-time in this enclosure. And take a look at this. We'll feed. Oh, there she's crushing food. So she's eating really good in here. And guess what? We're finally able to take her out during open hours. People that want to actually interact with the albino alligator. Go, sweetie. Oh, look at her chowing down. Yeah, look at her. So now if you want to come to the Reptarium and actually hold an albino alligator, because Salt is getting a little bit big to hold, you can actually hold a little albino alligator like Freya, but she is just absolutely crushing. Freya is amazing. I'm just glad that we can now finally take her out. Speaking of owls, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, there's a playlist that you can watch all kinds of videos. You can also hit that subscription button. It would mean a lot to me. Also, hit that like button while you're down there. Have a wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember, you're such a cutie. Hi, how are you?